Listen to me carefully, this is not an ordinary message. Something rare and divine is about to happen in your own house tonight, and if you skip this, you'll never know what heaven prepared for you. Archangel Michael says, today is the day your life shifts forever. Archangel Michael says, today is not like yesterday, nor will it be like tomorrow. This day hath been written for you to finally see what has always been waiting in silence. And as the night draws near, your very home is about to hold the presence of something so divine, so overwhelming, that it will leave you in awe long after the moment passes. You have walked through seasons of emptiness, carrying questions in your heart that no one else knew. Yet every tear you shed, every silent cry at night, was heard, gathered, and kept safe. Heaven has been preparing this very hour, this very night, so that your home would become the place where answers arrive not in whispers, but in waves of undeniable truth. Many times, you ignored moments like this. You told yourself you would return later. But later never came. You thought skipping these words was harmless, yet every skipped moment delayed the blessing waiting for you. Tonight, heaven insists, no more delays, no more skipping. Your house has seen your struggles. The walls have watched you in silence when no one else did. The rooms that carried your pain will now carry your joy. Because tonight, a divine presence will fill every corner. This is not an imagination. It is the shift that comes after years of hidden battles. Type Amen 333 to receive your blessing. When you sit in your living room tonight, don't be surprised if you feel something different. The air will feel lighter, as though an invisible hand has swept away the heaviness you've carried for too long. Even the smallest details, the way the light falls, the way silence rests, will feel charged with meaning. This is not a warning. This is a promise of comfort, of love, of assurance that you are not alone. For so long, you thought your prayers were unheard, but tonight proves they were never ignored. Heaven has been listening, waiting for the right time to step inside your life in a way you could not deny. Archangel Michael says your faith, even when it was weak, was seen. The times you almost gave up, yet still held on, were noted. The universe bends for such faith, and tonight, it bends for you. It will show up in your home not with noise or chaos, but with a peace that changes everything. And when that peace comes, it will touch not only you but everything connected to you. Your family, your future, your path forward will all feel the ripple of this presence. For what is entering tonight is not temporary. It is lasting, a shift that marks a new beginning. Type Amen 444 to receive your blessing. The night that is approaching carries a silence unlike any other you have ever felt. It is not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of arrival, like the moment before music begins to play or the pause before a curtain rises. Your spirit will sense it before your eyes can see it, because the soul always recognizes when heaven draws near. Every corner of your home is preparing itself, even if you cannot see it. The walls that once absorbed your sadness will now echo back joy. The windows that showed you storms outside will now let in light, and the floors that carried your weary steps will tonight carry the weight of your blessing. You may think this is ordinary, but nothing about tonight will be ordinary. For years you waited for a sign, for a shift, for proof that you were not forgotten. You asked quietly, when will it be my turn? And even though no answer came right away, your request was never denied. Heaven has a perfect time for everything, and that time is now. The hours leading into tonight are proof that divine timing is never late, never early. It is always exact. You might feel your chest grow lighter, as if the burdens you've carried for so long are suddenly beginning to dissolve. That heaviness you thought would stay forever is not permanent. Tonight proves that heaviness is being lifted, and what takes its place will be peace, joy, and unshakable assurance that your prayers matter more than you ever believe. Hype Amen 555 to receive your blessing. Think about the nights you cried silently when no one else was awake. Think about the days you smiled on the outside while bricking within. Those moments have not been wasted, they have been counted. And tonight, they will be redeemed, because every tear is about to be answered with a blessing that touches not only your spirit, but your household. Archangel Michael says, "Your home is becoming a sanctuary tonight. The invisible presence that fills it will not leave when morning comes. It will linger, changing the very atmosphere of the space you call yours. You will wake tomorrow feeling a difference in the air, as if even your walls have been washed in light." This is no illusion. This is what divine presence does. Your family, even if they do not see it, will feel it too. The arguments that once filled the rooms will begin to quiet. The worry that once lingered will begin to fade. The laughter will return, not forced, but natural, because the peace that enters tonight will be impossible to resist, and as you notice the shift, remember this. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is not random. It is your season. It is the reward for every moment you believe it, even when you had no reason to. Tonight is not an accident. It is an appointment set long ago, and it has finally come due. Hap Amen 666 to receive your blessing. The door of your house will feel different tonight. As you open and close it, imagine that you are stepping into a space filled with light, even if no one else sees it. That light will cling to you, follow you, and remind you that you are not walking alone anymore. What comes into your house tonight will leave with you wherever you go. The bed where you rest will no longer just be a place of sleep. It will become a place of restoration. The heaviness that once haunted your nights will no longer have power. You will rest and truly rest, not tossing, not worrying, not battling thoughts, but resting as though angels themselves are standing guard. The kitchen where meals are prepared will no longer be just about food. It will be about provision that never runs dry. You will see blessings pour into your household that cannot be explained by logic. Doors of opportunity will open, connections will be made, and abundance will find its way to you, simply because the divine has chosen your house as the vessel of blessing. Even the moments that once brought fear will begin to bring calm. You will see signs of this shift not in dramatic ways, but in the smallest details. Conversations that feel lighter, situations that once worried you suddenly resolving, unexpected moments of peace breaking through where you least expect it. Type Amen 777 to receive your blessing. The living room where you sit and think will not only carry your presence tonight. It will carry the presence of peace that passes through every corner. The atmosphere will feel charged, as though a weightless breeze has entered the house without the windows being open. This is how heaven moves, not with force, but with gentleness, so subtle yet so powerful that it cannot be ignored. You might notice the difference in your own body. The tension that once held your shoulders tight will begin to release. The restless thoughts that once circled in your mind endlessly will begin to quiet. This is the sign that the shift is not just around you, but within you. Heaven's presence is not limited to space. It transforms the heart first, and then everything around it. The things you once feared about tomorrow will no longer have the same power. The voices of doubt will sound weaker. The shadows of worry will grow faint, because when light fills the house, darkness has no choice but to leave. And tonight, your house is filled with light. There is no reason to doubt what is unfolding. You may not see it with your eyes at first, but you will feel it. And as you feel it, you will begin to trust again, hope again, breathe again. This is not imagination. This is transformation happening in real time, in your house, this very night. Type Amen 888 to receive your blessing. Think back to the moments when you thought you had lost everything. The times you wondered if anyone even cared that you were still standing. Those times were painful, but they were not wasted. They became the soil for the blessing that is now arriving in your life, because out of broken ground grows the strongest roots. Archangel Michael says, "This night is your reminder that you are not overlooked. Heaven has not skipped your dress. Your house has been chosen, your story has been marked, and your life has been written into something greater than you can see. Every hidden sacrifice, every unseen act of love, every time you kept going even when it hurt, tonight, all of it begins to return to you multiplied. And it will not stop with you. The blessing that enters your house tonight will overflow. It will touch those who live with you, those who visit you, even those connected to you from afar. For when heaven plants peace in one person's home, it ripples out into every connection that person carries. You are not just being blessed for yourself. You are being blessed for everyone tied to your life. The proof will be undeniable. Doors will begin to open that had been locked for years. Relationships that felt heavy will begin to heal. Opportunities that seemed impossible will suddenly come into view. And all of it will trace back to this night, to this moment, when you chose not to skip but to open your heart and receive. Type Amen 999 to receive your blessing. The blessing that enters tonight will not just pass by quickly. It will settle into your walls, your rooms, your very heartbeat. It will remain like a fragrance that lingers long after the flowers are gone, reminding you every day that heaven chose to visit you, to remind you of your worth. The table where your family sits will feel warmer. Conversations will carry a gentleness that was not there before. Even meals will taste different, not because of the food itself, but because of the love that is being restored. What is happening tonight is not small. It is the beginning of a new chapter in your household, one where joy no longer hides behind worry. Your mornings will feel lighter. You will wake up and notice that the heaviness that once greeted you is gone. The sunlight will feel different as it enters your home, almost as if heaven itself is shining through your windows to remind you that your night of sorrow has been exchanged for a morning of peace. Archangel Michael says, "The promises spoken over your life are not empty. They are alive, waiting for the moment to take root. And tonight, they are being planted in the soil of your home, in the soil of your heart, in the soil of your family's future. You will look back and know this was the night everything began to change." Type Amen 1111 to receive your blessing. You may feel waves of emotion as this presence fills your house. Don't resist them. Let the tears fall. Let the peace cover you. Let the love surround you. This is heaven's way of reminding you that you are not meant to carry everything alone. Every burden you release tonight will be replaced by strength you never imagined you could have. Your children, if you have them, will feel it too. They may not have words to explain it, but they will rest easier, laugh louder, and carry less fear. Your family will notice the change without even understanding what happened, because divine presence does not need explanation. It simply reveals itself in peace, in joy, in love. The very ground under your feet will feel different. As you walk through your rooms, you may feel as though you are not just walking but being lifted, carried by something greater than yourself. This is because your house has become holy ground tonight, a place chosen for encounter, a place marked forever by love. The moments you thought were wasted are now redeemed. The years you thought were lost are being restored. The broken pieces you thought would never fit together are being woven into a masterpiece. Tonight is the turning point, and from this night forward, your story will not read the same way again. Tap Amen 12:12 to receive your blessing. As the hours of this day pass and night approaches, remember that the shift is already in motion. You don't have to see it to know it is real. You can feel it in the way your spirit calms, in the way your thoughts grow softer, in the way your heart whispers, something is here. The blessing is not only near, it has already entered, slowly filling every space. The pictures on your walls, the memories stored in your home, will begin to carry a new meaning. What once felt like reminders of pain will now look like stepping stones that brought you here. You will no longer see your past as a chain but as a pathway, because every single step has been leading you to this exact night. Even the air you breathe tonight will feel sacred. You will inhale and feel peace entering your body, exhale and feel heaviness leaving you. This is the rhythm of renewal, the gentle exchange heaven brings when it visits. You will not need to force it, you will only need to rest and allow it to move through you. Archangel Michael says, "This is the night heaven shows you what love truly feels like. Not the kind of love that disappoints, not the kind that fades, but the eternal kind that never lets go. It has always been near, always been fighting for you, and now it is here, in your house, to make its presence known." Tap Amen 13:13 to receive your blessing. The sound of silence tonight will feel different. It will no longer be empty, but full. Every quiet moment will carry a presence that is louder than words, stronger than fear, deeper than pain. You will sit and realize that this silence is not loneliness. It is companionship. You are not alone in the quiet, you are surrounded by love, even if no one else notices, your heart will know. You will be differently lighter, stronger, freer. You will feel as though invisible arms are wrapped around you, holding you steady, reminding you that you are safe. This is not your imagination, this is what happens when heaven fills your home. The peace that enters tonight will become a foundation for everything that comes after. Decisions that once felt overwhelming will feel clearer. Paths that once seemed confusing will become straight. Even challenges that arise in the future will no longer feel as heavy, because you will know you are not facing them alone. This presence will not end when morning comes. It will stay with you, walking into each new day, each new challenge, each new joy. You will carry it with you, and wherever you go, others will feel it too, even if they cannot explain why they feel lighter in your presence. Type Amen 1414 to receive your blessing. The night that is coming will not be ordinary. Even before darkness falls, your spirit can already sense that something is shifting. The house you thought you knew so well is quietly preparing itself to host something far beyond human understanding. The air feels thicker with meaning, the silence feels alive, and your heart knows this night has been chosen for you. Every room you walk into tonight will feel different. The walls that once absorbed your tears will now echo peace back into your soul. The floor that once carried your weary steps will feel steadier beneath your feet, as if carrying you forward with strength not your own. You will realize that this is what happens when heaven decides to make its dwelling in your home. Even the simplest things will feel extraordinary. The flicker of a candle, the glow of a lamp, the quiet of a chair in the corner, all of it will carry a warmth that is not just physical but spiritual. It will feel as if heaven has draped your home with a blanket of light, reminding you that you are covered, you are safe, you are loved. Archangel Michael says, "The blessing that is arriving tonight is not just for this moment. It is for your future. It will seep into the days ahead, shaping them with hope and filling them with unexpected joy. What is being planted tonight will bloom in seasons to come, reminding you again and again that this night was holy, this night was sacred, this night was chosen." Type Amen 1515 to receive your blessing. You may even notice a strange stillness in the air, a sense that time itself is pausing. This is heaven's way of letting you know that the ordinary clock does not control this night. Tonight is being measured by eternity, not minutes or hours. Every second is infused with meaning, every moment soaked in divine purpose. The memories of past pain that used to echo so loudly in your home will begin to fade. They will no longer hold you captive because the presence entering tonight will wash them clean. You will not forget your story, but you will finally see it differently, not as a tale of loss, but as a journey of survival and proof of divine love. Those who doubted you, those who overlooked you, will not be able to deny the shift they see in you after this night. They may not know what happened, but they will sense that something greater has touched your life, and you will carry it humbly, not as a boast, but as a testimony that heaven never forgets its children. When you sit quietly tonight, you might feel tears rise without warning. Let them come. They are not tears of sorrow, but tears of release. Every unspoken hurt, every silent burden, every hidden weight will pour out in those tears, and as they fall, peace will rush in to take their place. Type Amen 1616 to receive your blessing. The peace you feel will not only stay with you, but extend to your family. If there have been arguments, they will soften. If there has been distance, it will begin to close. If there has been silence, it will be filled with laughter again. Your home will no longer feel like just walls and a roof. It will feel like a sanctuary. You may even notice small miracles in the days to come. A phone call you've been waiting for. An opportunity that comes out of nowhere. A relationship mending when you least expect it. These are not random coincidences. They are the fruits of what entered your home tonight. And though the world outside may continue with its noise, your home will carry a stillness that cannot be disturbed. People may step inside and feel peace without knowing why. They may want to stay longer, simply because the presence that fills your house is so calming. This is how heaven works. It doesn't just touch you. It touches everyone connected to you. Archangel Michael says, remember this night. Write it down. Mark it in your heart. Because this is the night everything begins to turn. No matter how hard yesterday was. No matter how uncertain tomorrow feels. Tonight is the bridge between your past struggles and your future blessings. Type Amen 1717 to receive your blessing. The night has always carried mysteries. But tonight it carries something different. Something personal. Something written just for you. As the darkness settles outside, the light within your home will begin to glow differently. You won't just be the glow of bulbs or lamps, but the glow of presence. The glow of heaven resting in the space you call yours. Every breath you take tonight will feel new. You will inhale peace as though it has always been part of you. And exhale fear as though it never belonged. This is the divine exchange. The heaviness you once carried leaves quietly, and the strength you need takes its place. You will wonder why you feel lighter, calmer, stronger. And the answer will be simple. Heaven visited your house. The memories of brokenness that used to haunt your thoughts will lose their sting. They will still exist, but they will no longer define you. Instead, they will stand as proof that even through the hardest battles, you were never abandoned. Tonight, they are written, not erased, but transform into stepping stones of your testimony. Archangel Michael says, the blessing unfolding tonight is not small. It is wide enough to cover your household, deep enough to heal your wounds, strong enough to carry your future. And it begins not outside, but within your home, within the rooms where you thought nothing could ever change. Type Amen 1818 to receive your blessing. The bed where you will rest tonight will not just carry your body. It will carry your renewal. The sleep that comes will not be restless, but peaceful. The dreams you see will no longer be heavy with worry, but filled with glimpses of joy. When you wake, it will feel as though the night itself laid hands upon you, filling you with strength for the days to come. The kitchen where you prepare food will carry a new kind of abundance. It will not only feed your body, but remind you that provision flows from heaven in ways you cannot explain. What was once a place of routine will become a place of gratitude, because you will know that every meal, every moment of nourishment, is evidence of a greater love watching over you. The living room where you gather will no longer feel empty. Even if you sit alone, you will feel the presence sitting with you, surrounding you, reminding you that silence is never abandonment. And if family or friends enter, they too will notice the difference, even if they do not have the words to describe it. Every door in your house will feel like an opening to something greater. When you step through them, you will no longer feel like you are walking into another ordinary day. You will feel like you are stepping into a future that is brighter, more open, more full of possibility than you ever believed. Type Amen 1919 to receive your blessing. Even your nights after tonight will carry the echo of this moment. You will begin to notice how much lighter you feel, how much calmer your heart has become. The problems may not all disappear at once, but the way you carry them will be different. You will no longer walk as someone defeated, but as someone strengthened by presence. The people connected to you will notice the change. They will see peace in your eyes, hear hope in your voice, feel comfort in your presence, and they will want to know what changed. You may not be able to explain it perfectly, but you will know in your heart, it was this night, it was this blessing, it was heaven entering your home. Archangel Michael says, your story is not over. What begins tonight is only the start of greater things. The chapters ahead will not be marked by the same pain as the past, but by victories, by healing, by restoration. Tonight, the pen that writes your life has turned the page, and a new story has begun. And as you live through these days, you will remember this night again and again. You will look back and say, that with the night everything shifted. That was the night heaven entered my home. That was the night I realized I was never forgotten. Type A, I am in 2020 to receive your blessing. The blessing that has entered your home tonight is not leaving with the sunrise. It is a flame that will continue to burn quietly, reminding you each day that something holy passed through your walls. You will wake and sense it, walk through your rooms and feel it, rest in your bed and know it. Even the way you see yourself will begin to change. You will no longer carry the label of brokenness, but of chosen. You will no longer define yourself by the pain of yesterday, but by the strength that has carried you to this new day. The presence you feel tonight is not only blessing your house. It is rewriting your identity. The opportunities that once slipped through your fingers will find their way back. The relationships that felt distant will grow closer. The dreams you thought were too late to achieve will begin to stir again. This is not coincidence. This is restoration. This is renewal. This is heaven making all things new. Archangel Michael says, the peace filling your house tonight is your anchor. When storms rise in the future, you will not be shaken. When doubts try to creep back in, you will remember this night. You will remember how heaven visited your home and marked it forever with light. Type A, I am in 2121 to receive your blessing. The laughter that comes back into your house will sound sweeter than ever before. It will not be forced. It will flow naturally, like water breaking through dry ground. The conversations will feel lighter. The silences will feel safer. The atmosphere will feel alive. Your home will no longer just be a place of living. It will be a place of thriving. Even when challenges come, you will notice how quickly peace rises to meet them. What once would have broken you will no longer have the same effect. You will feel guarded, carried, surrounded by something greater. You will walk into each day knowing that you are not alone, and that assurance will change everything about the way you live. Visitors to your home will notice it too. They may not have the words, but they will say, it feels different here. I don't know why, but I feel calm. That calm will be your testimony. The silent proof that what entered your house tonight was not just for you but for all who step into your space. And as you continue to live, you will see how this blessing multiplies. It will not stop in your house. It will follow you into your work, your relationships, your dreams. Every part of your life will begin to carry the fragrance of what happened tonight, until even you cannot deny that your story has been touched by heaven. Top Amen 2222 to receive your blessing. Hold on to this night. Let it remind you that delays are not denials, that silence does not mean absence, that waiting is never wasted. Every skipped message in the past has led you here. To this one you could not ignore, because it was written for you alone. You were always meant to open this moment, to receive this blessing, to step into this shift. You will carry this memory forever, but more importantly, it will carry you. When the road grows hard, when the days feel long, this night will whisper to you, remember when heaven entered your home. That same presence is still with you now. That whisper will give you strength, courage, and hope. Archangel Michael says, do not fear tomorrow, for tonight has already prepared it. Do not look back in regret, for tonight has already redeemed it. Stand tall, because the same light filling your home tonight will continue to shine on your path, guiding your every step. And as the days pass, you will realize this truth: you were never forgotten, never abandoned, never overlooked. This night was proof. This night was your moment. This night was the answer to every prayer you thought went unheard. Type Amen 2323 to receive your blessing. This night will not be remembered as just another date on the calendar. It will be remembered as the moment when everything shifted, when heaven itself stepped through your doors and left its fingerprints on your life. Each time you think of the 25th of August, you will feel gratitude rise within you, because you will know it was the night your home became a place of miracles. Your family will tell stories of how things began to change after this day. It will talk about the peace that entered, the joy that returned, the blessings that started flowing. Even generations to come will feel the impact, because when heaven plants a seed, it grows into a tree that shades everyone connected to it. The choices you make after tonight will be guided by clarity. The confusion that used to cloud your mind will clear. You will step forward with confidence, not second-guessing every move, but trusting that you are being carried by a presence greater than you. This assurance will become your strength, your steady ground, your unshakable truth. Archangel Michael says, what is happening tonight is not just for a moment. It is for your lifetime. The doors opening now will remain open. The opportunities arriving now will multiply. The healing beginning now will continue. Tonight is not the end of something. It is the beginning of everything you prayed for. Type Amen 2424 to receive your blessing. Even the way you see your struggles will change. Instead of asking why they happened, you will understand how they shaped you. You will see how each hardship carried you closer to this moment, how every setback was only setting up the blessing that has now entered your life. You will walk with your head higher, knowing that nothing you went through was wasted. The presence filling your home tonight will teach you to rest again. For so long you lived in survival, always pushing, always fighting, always worried. Now, you will learn what it means to rest, not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer carrying it all alone. This rest will be your gift, your healing, your renewal. The peace will not only stay within your home, it will move with you wherever you go. It will enter your workplace, your relationships, your friendships. People will feel it without you having to explain it. They will say, something about you feels different. And you will smile, because you will know it is the presence that first entered your house on this night. You will never forget this evening, because it is not simply an event, it is a marking. Heaven has marked your home, your family, your future. From this night forward, you will walk differently, live differently, hope differently, for you will know that you are not forgotten, and you never were. Type Amen 2525 to receive your blessing. The night has wrapped itself around your home, but instead of fear, you feel a calm you cannot explain. The darkness outside cannot enter, because the light within is stronger, brighter, unshakable. You can almost sense the air shifting, as though unseen wings are moving softly through your rooms, leaving behind peace with every sweep. Your house is no longer just a structure of walls and doors, it has become a sanctuary. A place where tears are turned into strength, where silence becomes sacred. Where even the smallest details feel holy. You may sit on your bed, on your chair, at your table, but tonight, every space has been transformed into a place of encounter. The future you thought was uncertain now feels secure. The dreams you thought were too late now feel alive again. The heart you thought was too broken to hope now beats with faith you didn't know you still carried. This is what happens when heaven chooses your home to rest in. It doesn't just visit, it revives. Archangel Michael says, "This night is the seal of everything you have been waiting for." It is the promise kept, the prayer answered, the door unlocked. You no longer need to doubt whether you are seen, because the very walls around you testify, you are not forgotten. Type Amen 2626 to receive your blessing. Even when the sun rises tomorrow, this night will not leave you, it will echo in your steps, shine in your smile, flow through your words. Others will notice the difference and be drawn to it. Not because of anything you do, but because of what has been planted in you tonight. Your days will begin to align in ways you never imagined. The opportunities that felt far will begin to draw near. The relationships that were strained will find healing, the finances you worried about will find solutions. This is the ripple effect of one night when heaven decides to make your house its dwelling. The fear that once lived quietly in corners will no longer have a place, the doubt that whispered in the dark will lose its power. Even the memories that used to hurt will begin to soften, replaced by gratitude for the journey that brought you here. This is transformation, and it began the moment you opened this message instead of skipping it, and every time you remember how close you came to skipping, you will feel grateful you did. You will realize that heaven never gave up, never stopped calling, never stopped reaching. This was your moment to finally answer, and because you did, your house, your family, and your life will never be the same. Tat Pam in 2727 to receive your blessing. Tonight, your spirit is learning the language of peace. The same was that once echoed with worry now echo with whispers of assurance. The silence that used to feel empty now feels alive, like every corner is humming softly with the promise that you are safe, you are loved, you are chosen. You may notice even your body responding. Your breath feels deeper, your shoulders lighter, your heartbeat steadier. It's as though the invisible weight you carried for so long is finally gone. This is not your imagination. This is what happens when heaven lifts what you were never meant to carry alone. Even your thoughts will begin to shift. The fears that once shouted will begin to sound like faint whispers, powerless against the strength now planted inside you. The worries that used to keep you awake will lose their hold, and their place will be clarity, peace, and the courage to step boldly into tomorrow. Archangel Michael says, "This night is not about endings. It is about beginnings." The beginning of a lighter journey, the beginning of restored hope, the beginning of miracles that no one can take from you. What your heart has longed for, what your prayers have carried, is now in motion, and it starts within your home tonight. Type Amen 2828 to receive your blessing. The energy in your home will stay with you in the days ahead. You will begin to see things differently, respond differently, live differently. People may wonder what changed, and though you may not always have the words, you will know deep inside, it was the night my house became filled with presence. Your laughter will return, not the kind of laughter that hides pain, but the kind that flows freely, healing you with every sound. Your joy will no longer feel fragile. It will be rooted, unshakable, because it will not come from circumstances but from the presence planted in your home. Even the smallest things will remind you of this night. A sunrise, a conversation, a moment of silence. They will all carry the echo of what began here. You will find yourself smiling at unexpected times, your heart suddenly grateful, your spirit suddenly calm. This is how you will know the presence is still with you, still moving in you. The journey ahead will not be perfect, but it will be different. You will not walk into it weak but strong. You will not step into it with fear but with faith. And no matter what comes, you will remember this night as the anchor, the turning point, the holy moment when heaven decided to meet you where you are. Top Amen 2929 to receive your blessing. As you sit in your house tonight, you may notice something shifting in the air. It is not a sound you hear with your ears, but a stirring you feel within your soul. It is the confirmation that what was promised has arrived, that the waiting is finally over, that the night you thought would be ordinary has become extraordinary. Every step you take from one room to another feels guided. It feels as though unseen hands are gently leading you, reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. The ground beneath your feet feels steadier, as if the very foundation of your life has been strengthened by a love you cannot see but can deeply feel. Your home is alive tonight, not with noise or distraction, but with peace so thick you could always touch it. The presence resting in your walls. Your doors, your windows, will not leave quickly, it has come to stay. And you will know it by the way you breathe easier, sleep deeper, and smile without reason. Archangel Michael says, "This night is a landmark in your story. It is the night the old season closes and the new one begins. It is the night heaven shows to remind you that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not left behind. It is the night your house became a dwelling of peace and a lighthouse of blessing." Type I am in 3030 to receive your blessing. The days to come will carry the fragrance of this night. People will notice the way your words bring calm, the way your presence feels safe, the way your eyes carry light. They may not understand what changed, but they will feel it every time they are near you. You will become a walking testimony of what happens when heaven enters a home. You will feel courage rise inside you. The task you once thought impossible will suddenly feel achievable. The dreams you thought had died will begin to breathe again. And the fears that held you back will fade, powerless in the light of what you now carry. Your family will feel it too. Even in unspoken ways, they will notice the atmosphere has shifted. Tension will soften, arguments will lose their fire. Love will flow easier. The blessing entering tonight was not meant only for you, it was meant for everyone connected to your life. And as you move forward, you will realize that tonight was not just a gift but a foundation. A foundation on which you will build the next season of your life, one filled with hope, strength, healing, and a joy that cannot be stolen. You will always remember this night as the moment heaven chose to call your house home. Type Amen 3131 to receive your blessing. The blessing in your home tonight is not loud, but it is unshakable. It does not need to announce itself with noise because its presence is enough. The peace that surrounds you is proof that something greater has entered, something that will never leave you the same again. You may notice how even your thoughts begin to clear. A confusion that once felt heavy will start to untangle, the worries that spun in circles will slow down, replaced with calm and clarity. It will feel as if a hand has reached into your mind and gently pressed pause on everything that used to overwhelm you. Every shadow in your home is losing its place tonight. Fear no longer belongs here. Doubt no longer belongs here. What once crept into your life uninvited has now been cast out by light, and in its place, joy and assurance are building a new foundation. Archangel Michael says, "Let your heart be still and know this moment is real." Do not dismiss it as imagination. Do not reduce it to coincidence. This is the answer you have been waiting for. The shift you have longed for. The sign that your prayers were not wasted. This is your night. Type Amen 3232 to receive your blessing. The rooms in your home will feel different tomorrow. They will no longer feel heavy with memory, but alive with promise. You may walk into a space where you once cried and instead feel gratitude. You may sit in the same chair where you once felt defeated and now feel strength. This is the beauty of divine presence. It transforms what once hurt into places of healing. Even your reflection will begin to surprise you. As you look in the mirror, you will see more than a face. You will see resilience, survival, and renewal. The tightness that once marked your eyes will give way to light. The heaviness on your shoulders will turn into dignity. You will recognize yourself as chosen, as loved, as enough. Others will be drawn to you in new ways, not because of what you do, but because of what you carry. They will feel peace when they are around you, joy when they speak to you, and comfort when they stand beside you. Your life will become a vessel of the blessing that entered your home tonight, and when doubt tries to whisper again, you will have this memory to silence it. You will remember the night your house was filled with light. The night peace wrapped around you, the night heaven marked your story forever. No lie, no fear, no worry will be able to erase that truth. Tape Man 3333 to receive your blessing. The night continues to unfold. And with every passing moment, your home feels more alive. The air carries a softness, a calmness, as if heaven itself is breathing through your walls. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit knows this presence is real. This blessing is here. And it is here to stay. Your heart, once restless, now beats with steady rhythm. The worries that crowded your mind are loosening their grip. You feel lighter, freer, stronger, as though invisible chains have been cut away. This is the miracle of divine presence. It unties what you could never untie on your own. The rooms that once carried silence now carry comfort. Even the smallest spaces in your home, the cores you rarely notice, seem to hum with peace. It is not just a change in atmosphere, it is a shift in your entire being. A reminder that you are seen, known, and loved beyond measure. Archangel Michael says, "This is only the beginning." Tonight is the seed, and from this seed will grow blessings you have not even imagined yet. The roots are already spreading, deep into your life, into your family, into your future. What begins tonight will continue to blossom for years to come. Type Amen 3434 to receive your blessing. the blessing will touch your rest. Nights that were once filled with worry will now bring deep sleep. You will wake refreshed, as though angels themselves watched over you while you dreamed. Morning will feel like a gift again, not a burden, because you will know you are carried by a love that never sleeps. The blessing will touch your work. What once felt heavy will begin to flow with ease. Opportunities you thought were closed will open. Doors you thought were locked will swing wide. And paths you thought were gone will appear before you. This is not luck. It is heaven aligning your steps with purpose. The blessing will touch your relationships. Broken connections will find healing. Distances will be bridged. Misunderstandings will be cleared. Love will return to places where it felt lost. And laughter will rise in places where silence once reigned. The peace filling your home tonight will ripple outward, changing more than you realize. Even strangers will notice. They will sense something different in you, something calming, something beautiful. Without even knowing why, they will feel drawn to your presence, comforted by your words, inspired by your strength. That is because you are now carrying what entered your home tonight. Type Amen 3535 to receive your blessing. The stillness of this night is not empty. It is sacred. You can feel it in the way your chest rises and falls, in the way your spirit feels lighter, in the way your mind rests quietly for the first time in so long. What was once just silence has become a holy calm, wrapping you like a blanket that cannot be taken away. Every detail of your house is carrying this shift. The doors that once closed against fear are now open to peace. The walls that once echoed pain now sing softly of comfort. Even the shadows feel different, softer, gentler. No longer threatening, but surrendered to the light filling your home. Your story is being rewritten tonight. Not erased, not ignored, but transformed. The chapters of loss are turning into testimonies of strength. The seasons of silence into proof of patience. The years of waiting into evidence of divine timing. What once felt wasted is now redeemed. What once felt broken is now whole. Archangel Michael says, "Hold on to this night like a treasure. Do not treat it as ordinary because it is anything but ordinary. This is the night your life bends toward blessing. The night your home is marked forever, the night your soul will always remember as the moment heaven made itself known in your story." Type Amen 3636 to receive your blessing. From this moment forward, even the way you walk will change. You will carry yourself with a confidence born not of pride, but of peace. You will step into tomorrow knowing that you are not alone, that your path is guided, that your future is already held in hands greater than yours. The blessing tonight is not shallow, it runs deep. It touches your thoughts, your emotions, your relationships, your future. It moves quietly but powerfully, leaving nothing untouched, even the hidden places within you, the places you never spoke of to anyone, are being healed and lifted tonight. The fears of the past will lose their hold. They will try to rise but they will not win, for every time they whisper, this night will answer louder. You are safe. You are chosen, you are blessed. The blessing will speak louder than the fear ever did, and it will silence it again and again. And when you look back months or even years from now, you will mark this night as the turning point. You will say, that was the night it all began to change. That was the night my house was filled with light and my story shifted forever. Type Amen 3737 to receive your blessing.